What's up, guys? I'm the person stuck in the tree the whole time, Annie.
You're not Reen. You're not Sesshomaru's kid's mother.
I could be if I tried hard enough. If little me worked every day to become Sesshomaru's dream girl, I could have been those kids' mothers.
Oh, even I wouldn't work that hard. I'm the one who doesn't believe her. Minty.
And this is FunUntitled, where we serve every podcast with an FU.
What's that weird in this episode?
No, wait, first, I know it's in the title, but obviously we'll be talking about Yashahime, episode 4.
Can I continue?
Maybe.
Basically, episode 3, Moroha's a little know-it-all, and it's like, okay, whatever. Now, she's like, super know-it-all. She doesn't even care that, like, hey, these people are my family. And it's like, there's like these weird dots that you've connected, and there's also other dots you don't connect. It's like, you know this old lady, technically old lady, is your grandma, and you're okay with them and all this, but you can't figure out that Setsuna and Toa are your cousins?
Well, okay, the thing is, how I saw it, I believe she's manipulating the family. Like, I think she's just getting free stuff from them, being like, yeah, sure, if you see me as your granddaughter, I don't give a shit. You gonna keep paying for my stuff? So I feel like she's just an opportunist. Like, when, if she was really just connecting the dots, and when the mom said, oh, say, give my regards to Kagome when you see her, Moroha would have been like, sure, whatever. But instead she was like, I'm not sure who that is, but okay.
I guess so. I mean, it's just kind of weird.
I think Moroha's taking things in strides, and it's kind of a leap. Even if she did think she was actually related to these humans from the future, I don't think she could connect that with being Sesshomaru's niece, because, they have nothing to do with Inuyasha.
I don't know, it just seems like she kind of knows that Kagome's her mom, but she has no idea that Inuyasha's her dad?
Well, how would she know Inuyasha's her dad? Because she smells like Inuyasha? Well, she's only 1/4 demon. I think that's why she needs to, Setsuna and Toa, they can dwell into the demon powers easily. But in Moroha, she needs to put on the makeup in order to, develop her demon powers.
Yeah, but it's not like the makeup has demon properties.
Well, it has, from the pearl. It amplifies her own demon powers.
You think the pearl is embedded in the makeup, and then the makeup has the power of the pearl when put on her lips?
Did you not ever see the pearl inside the makeup shell?
No, I've seen it. I just don't know if it's connected. I feel like it's just more of a holding area.
No, because, like I said, as we saw in the preview, Moroha once again emphasized once she puts on this ruse, she becomes the demon, Beniyasha, the slayer of demons. And she gets that whole new look with the new eyes.
I don't know, I always figured it was just more like mental than anything, like putting on war makeup.
No, I think, so even in your scenario, she accepted that she's Kagome's daughter, which I think she doesn't believe that at all in my perspective. But she couldn't make the connection to Inuyasha, because it's not like I think if she actually thought she was Kagome's daughter, she would ask them more questions about the mom, but the fact that she didn't even, ask a single question, I'm sure they would have showed her the picture book if she asked more about the mom.
Yeah, but Setsuna and Toa were also not very interested in knowing Sesshomaru, even though the Kikyo tree, mentioned him.
And, disagree to disagree. I don't think Moroha knows that Kagome's her mom. And, hell, they didn't even I think it's because, I don't know Moroha's situation, but for Toa and Setsuna, they kind of found their own family. Like, Toa found Sota, and Setsuna found Kohaku, so they don't really care about their real dad, who didn't help them at all.
Also, was it extremely weird that Setsuna can just learn the violin in 2 days?
Well, I mean, it'd be like that sometimes.
It's a real exaggeration on the word prodigy.
I'm kind of curious, who works at the museum where they got that sword?
Oh yeah,
because I thought the mom did it, but it might be
Not only that, but it was fake. So I was like, what kind of museum are you running or working at?
Well, overall, what did you think of the episode?
I thought the episode was cute. It definitely leads to like a bigger mystery that makes it more interesting, so you want to keep watching.
Do we have to apologize to people for saying that it was Kagome in the tree and anyone who thought it was Ween was stupid?
I don't know if we said that in the last episode.
We thought it.
I mean, it's just because if you see Kikyo and you see a girl with black hair, you automatically think Kagome. Hey, I was also thinking, okay, Moroha looks like Kagome.
Okay.
Does that mean she also looks like Kikyo?
I made that joke. You stole my joke. Oh my goodness.
When?
Right after we watched the episode, I literally said that joke and I said, oh wait, I gotta save all this content for later. I can't let this good idea, out now. And you said, oh, I'm sorry, were you talking? Piece of work.
I do feel like sometimes I subconsciously take your sayings because I don't really listen, but like the back of my brain is working and listening. It's like, let's gargle it out as our own.
I'm very confused about the path thing, like you have to defeat both of them, and clearly the Tree of Ages is working with Sesshomaru.
But why? I mean, does Sesshomaru want to kill Kirinmaru?
Also, you know what doesn't make any sense? So there's kind of saying more like the three girls have to work because they're Inuyasha's and Sesshomaru's dad's, grandkids.
Right.
So why didn't you say, Dad, Yasha, grandkids, instead of just Sesshomaru's daughters?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess it's because it's more about how I think the dad's dead. So Sesshomaru is next in line. And
I just love you saying, I think the dad's dead. And we specifically talked about Inuyasha having the pearl to the dad's gravesite where they fought on his skeleton.
Alright, so he's 100% dead, thank you.
Yeah, I had to tell you. You had to learn the hard way not to be stupid.
How come Kirinmaru doesn't have kids? How come he's not dead?
You don't know anything about Kirinmaru. He might have kids.
Should be the battle of the generations.
He's time traveling.
That is weird, right? They said Kirinmaru has to be killed by someone who can time travel.
Yeah, and that's why we think the homeroom teacher who's named Kirin is Kirinmaru.
Oh, brother. Oh, do they actually need the head root to time travel? It just seems like they really just need the tree.
No, because then if they just need the tree, Kagome could have just used the tree.
Yeah, but the tree clearly's got, meaning inside it now. Maybe things are different.
If I was Kagome, I would put, a shit ton of, letters to my family inside that tree.
And what?
I don't know, they find it one day. I don't know, I feel like we could do more with this tree if we could always time travel.
Doesn't time travel. It would just be these old withered letters that corroded from mold and water.
Fair enough.
Also, why did Moroha say that she's 450 years older than the elderly people, which would mean that she would understand that it's 450 years later? I was like, how did you do that math? And can you even read and write?
You know what really effed me up? When she had that backpack, inside the backpack there was a history book, and she was like, how did that get there? Oh well, who gives a shit? Where did she take the bag?
Again, that illiterate child is just like, I'm taking everything and connecting it back to episode 1 so it's not as weird. And there's those 2 humans in the opening that have not come up yet.
Let's talk about the preview for the next episode. I didn't want to bring it up because I feel like there's a lot to dissect. First of all, Myoga's back. And unfortunately, next episode looks like I gotta look at that stupid Tanuki furry thing that's gonna replace Shippo.
A lot of people talk about who's raising Moroha. I think the most popular answer is Koga. A funny answer is Totosai. But I think it's just been confirmed that's Myoga.
Do you know how fucked up it would be if Myoga actually was raising Moroha and then they never told her about her daughter? Mom, parents.
Wait, wasn't Myoga the advisor to the dad?
Yeah, something like that.
So he outlived the dad?
Yeah.
I don't think fleas actually live longer than dogs.
Flea demons.
And then Myoga has a wife, technically.
Oh my! Wasn't he only engaged?
I don't know what the story was.
Yeah, in I think it must have been filler. I don't think that was canon. He was supposed to be engaged to his other flea, but he was like, no, she doesn't have big boobies. And then I think Inuyasha, that's when the female flea, she possessed Inuyasha, and Inuyasha tried to have sex with Myoga.
Yeah. First of all, I don't think it's filler because both of those characters are taken from Ranma 1/2.
Oh yeah.
I think the fillers were just let's give Myoga a love interest since that happened in Ranma.
You think Moroha's gonna find Myoga the same way? Does Myoga just inflating on her neck and he just slap?
You're gonna actually slap your neck?
Shut up. What's interesting that in the next episode we also see a glimpse of Moroku. I think he scammed the town.
At least we hope it's Moroku.
Unless it's gonna be like Moroku's daughter who just became a monk.
Unless it's gonna be like the Tanuki little girl, she's going around town as Moroku, trying to look for pearls that she knows is in the Yashahimes, and that's her only connection she knows is through Kohaku's brother-in-law.
That would be fucked up because that Moroku did have browner hair.
I mean, it could also just be a new animation, though.
But Moroku was in episode 1, so, you think I would have noticed there.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So your idea is smarter than mine. So even though you have no idea anything about Moroha, my favorite character, you do know some things.
It's just kind of how Inuyasha goes, but who knows? I could probably be wrong. It just seems like there's a lot in the next episode to introduce Moroku and like a new character. Which, again, where are they?
Yeah, I don't know why they separated.
And where is his daughters?
Just to go back to the actual episode, I did think it was cool how... Do you think it's getting old with all the similarities between Moroha with Kogome and Inuyasha?
In what way?
Because in this episode, we saw that Moroha was able to see, after she shot the arrows, she saw the weakness of the tree. Similar to Kogome in the first series, is that she can see the Shikon jewel, so she always told Inuyasha where to aim.
Oh, no, I think it's cute. And it's like a throwback for,
Yeah, and also I guess the backpack and the kappa leg foot.
Yeah. I mean, what I don't get is what is she seeing if it's not a jewel?
Yeah, maybe something to do with the arrows. You know what I'm wondering? How did that family cat live?
Buyo.
Buyo.
Buyo. Or bio.
The thing in your liver?
No, more like the English way of reading B-U-Y-O.
Oh.
Bio.
Boyo.
Boyo. I'm interested to see why Rin is in the tree. And what that has to do with the Tree of Ages.
And the dream butterfly.
And the dream butterfly. And the Sesshomaru being there.
Just chilling.
Or something. Maybe he's threatening the tree.
Was it weird that the tree took Kikyo as a persona?
As her Actually, persona is a real thing. That's not a funny word.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense through that
Persona?
explanation. Persona.
What, shouldn't it be Inuyasha? Because he was the one attached to that tree the longest.
Yeah, I'm sure if the tree had a choice between Inuyasha and Kikyo, it would pick Inuyasha.
Is the tree the true Inuyasha Kikyo love child?
No, I don't think that tree likes Kikyo. I think it's just between the two choices. Because you kind of want to go to these kids, like how a demon tries to come to people. They come as children. They must come as something pleasing and not scare away other people.
Mm. Now, what do you think about Yashahime making it really Sesshomaru-centric in the Inuyasha Next Gen?
I think it's somewhat clever.
Yeah.
Because you never want to go back to the old protagonist.
That's true.
Because they always say, like, oh, in Boruto, why is there even a Boruto story? If anything happened, Naruto is still there to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, if you kind of, like, lean more towards Sesshomaru, it just takes it further from Inuyasha. Not completely away, obviously, but in a different direction.
Building on top of that, I think it's also interesting because Tora and Setsuna, they can become more interesting characters because Sesshomaru and Rin doesn't have the strongest personality.
Aww.
So, like, no offense to them, I'm not saying, they were always kind of like side characters, so they always kind of had quiet personalities.
True.
Like, you see Moroha, and she has a lot of traits from her mom and dad, and we like seeing that, but she couldn't become the main character, or it would just be the first series again. And now for this new series, you can start with totally new, like, main characters, and just be like, oh, they have their own personalities, because we're just, like, building on top of Sesshomaru and Rin.
And with that, we're excited to watch episode 4?
5.
5?
Why do we think this is 3?
I don't know. Okay, thank you guys. Bye.